We're Back, a dinosaur story, directed by Dick Zondag. So the movie starts out with some bluebirds fighting for some of that grub, but the youngest one needs to lift some weights and gets pushed away. The mama bird tries to console him, but because of his siblings picking on him, he jumps out of the nest and meets Rex, an intelligent dinosaur. Rex is like, "What's cracking on the down low, little homie?" And the bird tells him that he wants to run away and join the circus. Then Rex tells him that he knows somebody who wanted to do that, and he proceeds to tell him about that, and how he became who he is today. So now, in the past, Rex is a savage and preys on smaller creatures. Rex is chasing the Thessalosauros when an alien named Borb captures him and force feeds him some brain game. He's taken into a ship and meets Elsa, Woog, and Dweeb, who have changed like him. Later on, they all meet Captain New Eyes, who created that brain game and pilots the ship, and he has brought them there to fulfill the wishes of kids in the middle future. He uses his dream machine, and all the kids of that time want to see some dinosaurs. All of them accept the task, and they move to the middle future and toss him out the ship. After, Captain New Eyes tells him to find Dr. Julian Bleed and go to the Museum of Natural History, and also to stay away from his brother, Professor Screw Eyes, who was driven mad from the loss of his eye. Once out of the ship and in New York, they meet a boy named Louie, who is a runaway that wants to go to the circus, and also wishes for a friend. Louie saves Rex from drowning, and in return, they decide to help Louie get to the circus. In order to move around unnoticed, Louie goes out with Elsa to find a solution, where they find the Thanksgiving Day parade. On the way back to the others, Louie notices a girl crying, named Cecilia. Cecilia's father and mother are neglectful parents, and leave her all by herself. Louie's like, "My mother's always kissing me in public, so I'm running away to the circus. You want to come with me?" Cecilia then looks at all of the wealth that she has, and is like, "Aight," and they fly back to the others. They both don't really have a great reason to run away, but this is America. So they get into the parade and move closer to the circus, and you already know they gotta do a dance number. Rex mistakes another float for a fellow homie, stopping the parade. A girl walks up to Rex and is like, "Hey yo mom, these some real ass dinosaurs." And of course, panic ensues. In the commotion, Louie tells them to meet them at Central Park, and they get separated while being surrounded by the police. So they do the rational thing and hijack some cars and commit Grand Theft Auto. While Rex skateboards a truck, they run into a demolition explosion that conveniently blasts them to the park, allowing them to escape the police. Meanwhile, Louie and What's-Her-Face make it to the circus. They meet Professor Screw-Eye, who tells them to go away, but with persistence, Louie and the hesitant Cecilia convince him to listen. Screw-Eye is like, "I'll let you in, but you gotta sign this contract so the manager to hit me with the hammer for them child labor laws." Louie hesitates, so Screw-Eyes helps him follow through, and Cecilia also signs. Rex and the gang arrive and warn them about Screw-Eyes, but it's too late. So Screw-Eyes has his villainous exposition about his circus of fear, and with his own fright radio, he knows that the children of the time are afraid of monsters. So as an exchange, the dinosaurs will have to take brain drain pills and become monsters for Louie and Cecilia's contract to be done with. And to make an example, he hypnotizes the kids and gives them the pills, changing them into chimpanzees. Rex and the others accept, and then Rex goes over to them and touches their faces, and they turn back to normal somehow. The next morning, the kids meet Stubbs the Clown, who shows them what happened to their new friends. Louie convinces Stubbs to let him in the show that night, after realizing that his selfishness led to this. They get into disguises and enter the show, seeing all the troubled people there to be scared. The dinosaurs come out, and Screw Eyes removes the chains from Rex, to display that he himself has no fear from something that everyone is afraid of. Just then a crow hits the flare button, putting Screw Eyes in danger of being killed. Louie then jumps into action and convinces Rex that it's not worth it to kill Screw Eyes, and he changes back. So Louie and Cecilia take turns and hug Elsa, Woog, and Dweeb to change them back as the crowd cheers them on. And at the same time, Captain New Eyes comes down with a ship to take them down to the right place of the museum. And when they leave, crows surround Professor Screw Eyes and devour him, leaving nothing but a screw. I wonder if the crowd was there to see that. So now the dinosaurs spend their days at the Museum of Natural History, charming kids and fulfilling their wish. And with Rex's story done, he returns the bluebird back to his nest. And the bird confidently hugs his mother, having learned the lesson that you should always love your parents. Or you gotta get your ass beat. The end.